Yes. So I could talk about the different abilities that changed on the heroes when I was making the new version for hours, but when I was going back and looking at that older version of the game, two things that really stood out to me that changed right away was this spell to let you gain a level and a whole other card type called Territories. For this spell to let you level up, it became pretty apparent right away how powerful it was, and then once I started working on the new version and Arcanus had the ability to copy spells, I knew that this thing couldn't stick around anymore. The only way to gain a level outside the normal turn order anymore is through the quest that you have to defeat the dragon. That's the only thing that lets you get just one level above, and that way it's in a more controlled environment, so you can still have that level advantage without it being something that can be abused where you just skyrocket to your ultimate abilities really early on in the game. And then Territories were a whole other card type that were like a field effect. So it would do different effects that would affect the whole board, usually universally. For example, this one let everything attack one extra time each turn. There was a whole bunch of different effects. Some were like positive like that. Some were kind of neutral, like making everyone draw a card. There was one that damaged people whenever they played a card. They were fun, but the problem with them was that they were diluting the card pool, making a whole other card type. There were only about like 5 or 6 of them, but with already there being 3 heroes that cared about specific card types, I didn't want to dilute the pool with these other cards that could make those synergies not work as well. And there weren't enough of them for me to build a whole hero around that concept of a playstyle. But the way that they worked is there would only ever be one in play. They were free, and they would replace the previous one in play whenever you played a new one. So it also wasn't worth it to kind of like hold them in your hand or build a specific combo with them. They were just kind of interesting. So in the end, I decided to cut them.